Okay, let's see. Yep, we're gonna do a late live stream right now because why not? To keep up with what we missed last time on stream, I wanted to do a live debate on the versus battle. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on this. Hey, welcome Snowforce. What's up? We're actually going to be doing something pretty interesting today. We got until at least almost around. It depends on where you're at. So, like, if you're West Coast, so we got into at least 7 o'clock West Coast time. All right, so until 7, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started because why not? I mean, so welcome everyone to the stream. Keenan Swan, or Swain, pardon me. Keenan Swain, welcome to the stream. You're in the UK, it's 1:55. I can skip morning you. Nice. Very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we go ahead and open up this page. Here we are. How shall we begin to dissect this thing that we have? Let me put this live stream on this side so I can read everything at once. Yeah. 3:56 a.m. My gosh. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this page. Here we are on the Versus Battle Wiki page. We're gonna just do a couple live debates. You might even go to Comic Vine and do a couple. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing this for fun to kind of to poke fun of where people's minds are. There might be some good people, might not be. I doubt it. So let's see here. We might as well enlarge the whole thing. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So as you guys may know, I'm going to be Milka Queen. I'm not putting Atari. The reason I'm not putting Atari is because I originally deleted my Versus Battle Wikia page, for those who weren't aware. Now, you might be wondering, why did you delete your Versus Battle Wikia page, Atari? Well, the reason I deleted the Versus Battle Wikia page first was because I wasn't going to deal with them at all. I was kind of tired of the atmosphere, tired of the people. Another reason I am deleting it is because there are some people who typically look and say, oh, it's Atari, and they kind of just ignore it. You know what I mean? So they take in less validity of what you say anyway, and it's kind of like those things where it's like they appeal to genetics, you know, that whole thing. Oh, well, it's the guy who said this character can do this. He's stupid. Don't listen to him. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and move forward. You know, I was really thinking about going into a live stream chat. Hold on. I might actually do a Discord call with one of my homies. Okay, guys. Oh, brother. So let me go ahead and get started. Okay. Let's start off with Let's go ahead and see the first part. So, okay, we got a Sasuke with no strain versus a Gojo with no strain. That's actually a hard one for me, because I still don't understand completely how crazy Gojo is. The imaginary void space. I don't know. I know that you can't physically hit Gojo from last time I read, because there's like an infinite level of space between the two, in a degree. Like the more you try to reach him, the further he gets away. But Sasuke can kind of cut through dimensions, so distance is irrelevant to Sasuke. Snow Forest, what do you think of this? Because I know you're pretty well knowledge on Naruto. What do you think on the whole Sasuke versus Gojo? Do you think Sasuke's like dimensional hacks just kind of say, nah, whatever? That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know what his real attack potency. There's nothing to really suggest it's any higher. Okay, Andre, that's cool. Wait, Andre, are you actually available for a Discord call? I don't know if you are. Because I would do a live stream Discord call. That would be really cool. Okay, let's see here. Who wins? Anos or Rimuru? Who the freak is Anos? Time to type it in. Let's see who the heck this guy is. Okay, this guy. 2B. Okay, so he's a multiverse level. Same as before, Anos mentions to Vanos do Noah only observes to control his power if he loses control of its source, so he must be far superior to it. Okay. Alright, let's see if this... Oh, great. It's one of those novel things. The stuff that's written. Oh, boy. Oh, well. Let's see here. Impossible. Look at this. This looks like a Word document. Come on. Sweetie, look at this. Doesn't this look like a Word? That doesn't look like from an official author. It just looks like someone went on Microsoft Word. Just copied and pasted something. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm the only one. You guys seeing this? Holy moly. Yo, what's up? Zora Hollow. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, don't know. To be frank, his likely city level faster than light speed. However, you can argue Sasuke's consistently infinite speed since he fought in space with no time scales to Jigen, who moves in zero time. I agree. I agree with this. Moved in Momoshiki stopping time. Yeah, Sasuke could honestly bypass Gojo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because last time, the question is, can Sasuke cross that distance to actually land a hit on Gojo? And I'm pretty sure he can. In fact, no offense to Gojo, I think he's still hacksy, but I think there's a lot of characters who can surprisingly hit him. Even though he's still holding back most of the series from what I remember. But I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, I know, novel character feats. Let me see here. So what made him universal to begin with? Or multi? And the entire universe begins to shake him more and more violently. In this state, everything becomes... Hold on. Multi-solar system level up to universe level with the Nirvana 7 Steps Conqueror. Nirvana 7 Steps when activated greatly amplifies Anos' power. In this state, with every coming of Anos steps, the entire universe begins to shake more and more violently. If the 7th step is unleashed, the already fragile universe will be completely destroyed. So this is literally... Yo, Andre, I'm not sure if you're picking up on this, but this is literally Super Saiyan God Goku versus Beerus. Every punch they did was rupturing the universe. Let me pull that up. Goku Universal. That's all I gotta type. And all the scans pop right up. We says it. the narrator says hitting each other, so this is physical, again and again with power capable of destroying even the universe itself, which we've already confirmed is Universe 7. And then you have the author, not author, Toshio, one of the writers, who's like, I mean, even if Goku can, like, destroy the universe from that episode, he's not going to do it. He's a good guy. That's pretty much what he's saying. That's all he was saying. Yeah, people, oh, Goku's planet level now, because the recent chapter. Like, come on. And then you have this, I couldn't match your attacks in just 2 times. But still, there are no universe-destroying shockwaves anymore. So it's very clear what they were trying to say. But, oh, Dragon Ball, we can't accept this. But, oh, this? Yeah, we can accept this. That's fine. Did he use an earthquake power chart to scale? Oh, my gosh. I hate when people do this. I'm going to use an earthquake. Or there's first of all, a magnitude 10. Okay, there we go. There we go. He's doing the seismic energy. Okay, at first I was gonna say, are you a goofball? I was gonna get so mad if he said it was only island level. But here's the problem. Why are you using seismic? Andre, I don't know if you remember, they're doing the same stupid thing they did for Gogeta. You can't use seismic shaking in an empty vacuum where mediums of space don't propagate properly. You can't do that. Now, I'm not saying this feat still isn't universal. I mean, because the statement is the statement. But the problem is, be consistent. Be consistent. Yo, what's up, Sunny D? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Alright, let's see here. Let's move on to the next one. I don't really see much here. Alright, let's just see how we got to Multiverse. Venus Doa can destroy all things in creation, no matter how strong, eternal, and infinite they are. Really? Let's see. Impossible. Oh, yeah, it's this stupid scan. This scan is so cheesy. It's so cheesy. Who wrote this scan? Naturally, impossible. Why? To cut in stop time and rewinding time is useless. Okay, pretty cool. Timeless feat. Impossible. What is that sword? I've never heard of the founder having a sword. Naturally, I very rarely had the opportunity to draw Venus Donoa. Those who saw it die without even leaving their... See, I'm getting bored reading this. Leaving their origin behind. It's hard to create a legend where there's no one alive to tell it. I point the blade at the throat of Elvis. I always said Elvis. I'll give you a pleasant memory to take into the afterlife. Principle destroying sword Venus. See, I keep trying to read this as Venezuela, so forgive me. It can destroy all things in creation and is the sword of the founder. Whether it be destiny, providence, or a miracle in front of me, they can do nothing but grovel and disappear. No matter how strong, eternal, or infinite, Venus Doa will destroy them all. In front of his principle destroying sword, all reason becomes illogical. Okay, so basically it's Hakai on a higher level, pretty much. It's pretty cool. Which includes the silver sea that contains countless universes in the shape of bubbles. Venezuela doesn't follow reason or anything. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's good scans. Well, it's good relative to it. I just wish that it wasn't in a Word document, because I would take it a little more seriously. Or at least like a screenshot of the original like text. And then like somebody can provide the screenshot of the original text so we could at least see the hiragana and katakana. And then we can ensure that nobody's making this stuff up for the translation. And if it's a web-based novel, show the website and show the link in the source. You always got to show the outer source when you do that. Anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, Anos has more impressive showings than Rimuru Tempest, so I'm voting him. I can't really say much for Rimuru Tempest because I only seen like the whole 10,000 universe, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, Stream, this is what we were waiting for. It's going well, my guy. I see going over the verse about it. Yep, I am. I just came in and someone is using seismic quakes to scale. Yes, Roswell, they're using seismic scaling for earthquakes. I mean, like shaking the universe. The guy on the left pretty much pulls a Goku, and that's pretty much it. Well, he pulls a Goku. They said every step he takes is going to destroy the universe, or something like that. It just shakes it, and then upon the 7th step, the universe will be destroyed. So it's the same thing that Goku and Beerus did, except Goku and Beerus, it's literally stated to be every hit. So that means if Goku punches you, he's punching you with a force equivalent to destroy the entire 5th dimensional macrocosm. That's why I'm telling people there's a difference between casuality and actual strain. This is casual. This is casual. I don't think people understand that. This is casual. Even during a stupid casual squabble, are you trying to destroy the universe? So it's very clear that it's still casual. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about this. Goku versus Enrico Pucci. I don't think... Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I don't think there's anything Enrico Pucci can do against a low complex multiversal base form Goku. I don't think there's anything he could do against that. Unless it's Heavenly Ascended Dio who goes beyond, that type of stuff. I don't think there's anything he could do. 2021, people still say it's only Made in Heaven gets slapped. Exactly. I'm putting Goku. Okay. Why is there 20 people? There's nearly 20 people who agree with Enrico Pucci. That's how you know there's bias. There's bias. There's no reason to vote for Enrico Pucci. There's no reason to vote for Enrico. There's no reason. He has nothing that can combat with Goku at all at this higher level of power. No. Okay, this one. All right, so we got a perfume box. No, I'm just playing. I don't know enough about these two to really scale, so I will skip. Since Años, see, I keep reading it as Años. Since Años upgrades, who wins? Are you kidding me? Archie Sonic. Hold on. Let's go. Let's. If this is the best this guy can do, completely unaffected by Venezuela's attacks, it's implied to be stronger than it. I don't care. Oh, there we go. Oh, so now you want to provide these scans. Jeez, that's annoying. I hate when people wait till the last minute. Okay, very good. Good scale, good scan. So, because of this, I'm more impressed. But I'm also going to say that multiverse level, just regular multiverse level. Hold on. What do you say? Multiverse can destroy all things no matter. Hold up. Which controls countless universes in the shape of bubble. Yeah, countless doesn't really tell us if it's true infinite. But if it's infinite, it should be universe plus. So maybe they're just being negligent. But Archie Sonic follows. Hold on. Archie Sonic stream, dude. Here we go. Look at the scan, pops right up. All right, here we go, guys. So let's bring it up. Oh, also let me bring up Zone Sonic Archie Sonic No Zone. Yeah, let me see here. Is this No Zone? Oh yeah, the imaginary world. Yeah, this is another one, as well as a nexus to its reality, which just means nexus just means connection, like connection. How about saying that in words with 2 syllables or less? It's a crystal weaved out of dreams and hopes of various dimensional worlds, including yours. So in other words, It's hopes and dreams, and pretty much the concepts of prayers, hopes, and all pretty much else. Be that as it may, its power supports the existence of extra-dimensional worlds, which extra-dimensional worlds doesn't include the what's it called? This right here, the cosmic interstate, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. And at this moment, its imaginary world is the gravest from danger, from who or from what or that is who, seemingly out of nowhere flash into existence, appearing in our midst. So we not only have confirmation of extra-dimensional worlds, we got the cosmic interstate, which is outside of the multiverse itself. Let me see. Yeah, Archie, Sonic, no zone. See, I'm hoping I don't want to find some stuff I don't want to put on stream. So I'm going to have to be careful when I'm looking this up. But there is a Sonic no zone cop. Let me see here. Cosmic interstate. Oh, and this one. This is the scan. Just so you guys know, this is the scan where Sonic pretty much sees, how about somewhere 90 degrees from elsewhere? Welcome to No Zone, at my headquarters, etc. And he says, yes, each screens are an entirely other version in entirely other zones. I mean, they got a Mexican Sonic. Come on. They got a dummy Sonic right here. A ghost Sonic. They got another Sonic. See, this is the Mexican Sonic where my mouse is. They got a fat Chungus Sonic. Mummy Sonic. Army Boy Sonic. Dr. Sonic. Got a Spider-Man Sonic. Bat Sonic. No joke. The Incredible Hulk Sonic. Demon Hell Satan Sonic, or whatever that's supposed to be. A football Sonic. I am not making this up. You guys can see it all on screen. Sonic who graduated. Cross-dressing Sonic. So, yeah, it's pretty clear what they're talking about. So, let's move on to the Archie Sonic. What was that? There's the No Zone and there's the Cosmic Interstate. And I'm just putting these out there first, just to kind of give you guys the idea. The Cosmic Interstate, and here's where it says the Cosmic Interstate, one has to enter the multiverse, the grand array of alternate realities. So there you go. There's your proof that you guys may have been looking for. Let me just read the chat. My bad, guys, if I've not said anything. Oh, thank you, Chazarok. I appreciate it. I apologize if I didn't see it earlier. Also, can't believe I haven't found your channel sooner. As fellow power scaler, it's always great to learn more stuff. Thank you. The stand data book confirms infinite speeds. That's what I go off of. Yep. Honest thoughts on Yu Yu Hakusho ending? I think Yu Yu Hakusho ended very well. But I do think, is there room to do more? I think there is. I think there's room to do more. I don't think it would be ruined if they did. But, I mean, life is short. I mean, you can either choose to watch it or not. Don't, you know. Let me see here. People know that the Kashin realm is 1/5 of the macrocosm, yet people still say it's a multi-galaxy sized planet. Yep, exactly. Is 1/10 the size of the macrocosm? Yeah. Yeah. Multiverses, let me tell you. Cross-dressing. Oh, man. But yeah, like, this is actually canon. So this right here just says, the Cosmic Interstate, sometimes called the Interdimensional Highway, is a network of roads that connect all zones of the multiverse. Its white features roads twist wind around each other in the perpetual twilight. It's incredibly difficult to leave one zone and get to the Cosmic Interstate, but doing so allows free access to the rest of the multiverse. So Sonic in his base form is already fifth dimensional. Because this is outside of it. I mean, come on. You have Lois Lane is literally mentioned in here. Archie is crazy. Archie is freaking nuts when it comes to, like, these type of feats. So, why am I bringing this up? You may be asking. Well, let me show you this. Because this Sonic, he actually goes beyond infinity. It's reforming into the universal sign for eternity. What's the meaning of this am I supposed to get? Oh, yeah, when he said, I'm going as fast as I can, but getting nowhere. Maybe that's the point. And then he says, oh, uh-oh, reality's warping again. Yeah, when he warped the reality with speed. Let's see here. What was I looking for? Here it is, guys. So, this can here. Worlds that exist within the same space-time, but on different dimensional planes. So, this term states that there's more than one dimensional plane. We already seen the Cosmic Interstate, okay? We already heard about the nexus between dreams and hopes and reality. And then we have the chaos, Archie, Sonic. Then you have the Chaos Force. Now, the Chaos Force is a completely different realm on a higher plane of existence, on the afterlife. Because it says, elsewhere, in a reality outside of time-space, the entity who is known as Knuckles the Echidna, moments later, on a higher plane of reality, called Death. So, just like in Dragon Ball, Death is on a higher plane of existence. So, yeah, that's already like six dimensions, 6th or 7th dimensional type of existences already. And then we have to factor in that she literally says, separated only by the frequency at which they vibrate. And I'm sure Snow Force in the chat could tell you that frequencies that vibrate is in reference to string theory. Particularly because strings in quantum, when it comes to strings in quantum, those are what vibrates. So when you see this term frequency, that's referring to string theory. I mean, in fact, you even see this term in Dragon Ball. Let me see, Dragon Ball Super Frequency. Let me see. What's his name? Pilaf. Yeah, I think he talks about Pilaf right here. I managed to bypass the new parallel capacitor. We are now about to travel to all different kinds of futures. Changing the frequency in the transporter can allow us to jump to parallel worlds. So you see, they use the same utilization of some form of string theory. Archie Sonics is just, of course, they're different because it's fantasy based. I've been prepared to encounter a world so much like our varies, but nothing could have prepared me for what I actually encountered. Sonic the Hedgehog over there looks like someone's off the beaten path tales. And it's an overlander, no less. Where on earth am I? Whatever this place is, etc. Sure not Kansas. So obviously this is an example of going beyond extra dimensional worlds. And it's obviously claimed that they have different planes of existences. But anyway, back to the main match. Archie Sonic destroys. Oh, it's even. I'll leave a comment. Oh god, guys, look, it's this guy, Manuzari. I don't know if you remember him on our last stream. This is the same guy who said Dragon Ball's macrocosm is only universe level. I'd say Sonic, due to higher spatial consistencies and even higher spatial dimension. No feats via consistency. Still not sure why he isn't 1C yet. Which I'm not. Let me pull up the tiering list. First about wiki tiering. Let me see. I think it's 1C, right? Something stupid like that. Yeah. Yeah, I still don't see why he isn't low. Yep. Okay. Speed will win. Sonic wins. I'm convinced. Okay, let me see here. Oh yeah, Archie Sonic is super powerful in hacks. Thank you. Let's see his OP. Yep, just in base form, let alone when you add supers. Oh yeah, I'm doing well. Just I hope I don't have to unload. Ah, good luck with that, Andre, man. Yeah, that sucks. I've done that before. Yeah, strings vibrate. People may claim it's a different universe, which may be true, but strings essentially come with 10 to 11 dimensions. It's inevitable. Yup. New DBS manga chapter mentions another dimension that Namekian came from. Yup. Most likely a parallel dimension, not a higher spatial. Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, the afterlife is already, like, the highest dimension we know of outside of the neutral zone and the timeline. If the Namekians came from a higher plane of existence, which may be possible if you consider Zerama, that would be insane. That would change the entire meta. I want to see the Angel Realm too. I'm hoping the Angel Realm is a higher plane. I am, because that would at least give us some more work. I'm hoping they like mention it being a higher plane of existence beyond even time itself. That way we can go for 9th dimensional type of stuff. But if that happens, people are gonna be mad. In my science fantasy series about dragons that I've been planning and working around for 17 years, in the dragon realms are macroverses with several demi realms and pocket dimensions that are infinite in terms of size and scope, with their laws of physics. Nice. See, at first I thought you said Dragon Ball, but nice. That's not bad. 4D Namekian. First off, we already know they're not coming from a higher plane of existence, because if they did, they should be stronger. Unless their power of magic comes from a higher power. But that would be a different story. So let's continue, guys. So since Bleach was nerfed, I can do this now. Yusuke wins. Yusuke destroys. Oh boy, yes. Let's do it. Yes. Ichigo is still universal despite the stupid downgrade, so he wins. Yusuke is actually very much plant level. It's like the most obvious thing if you watch the show. Not saying you're stupid, but this wiki loves to downplay and even makes... Yes, very true. Trumpty Dumpty. I went Yusuke to universal. If you... Let's see here. It's hard to say, because, like, I mean, if Ichigo is universal, then sure. Let me click on Ichigo's page. Hold on. Ichigo Kurosaki. Let me see this guy's page. Let me see. Hold on. Verse Battle Wiki Ichigo. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Jeez, why was that hard to look up? Massively faster than light. Pretty cool. At least 6A. They haven't really changed him into universal. I think Ichigo's multi-planet to low universal, depending on how you scale it. But I don't know, man. It's really iffy. I haven't looked into it. Yusuke and Hiei versus Jason Birder. I might give it to... It depends. It really depends. If you're using manga Jason Birder, Yusuke and Hiei win. If you're using anime Jason Birder, that's a different story, because they're just kind of written... They're just built different in the anime. I mean, King Kai is considered a higher dimensional being, but still is fodder. Yeah, true. Well, more so, King Kai exists on a higher dimension and can sense ki from higher dimension. But, like, higher dimensional awareness doesn't correlate to being able to destroy it. So, yeah. He was universal at the wiki at one point. Oh, I see. I would just say this. It depends if we use Yakumo's statement to issue a universal plus Yu Hakusho, since the destruction of the Nether Realm, which is likely the Ningenkai, Makai, and Kanoyo, have numerous stars existing within pseudospace and hyperspace. Now, within reason, what's the presupposition? Ichigo's universal claim outside of of Hell's Gate. I want to see what people say. I want to see what they say. What's another reason you believe Ichigo will win outside of that? Because otherwise, if it's just normal things, Ichigo will not beat Yusuke. I can say that. Yusuke has a better healing factor. Yusuke is better at parrying overall attacks. Ryatsu doesn't really mean anything to someone like Yusuke because gravity doesn't mean anything to like a soul manipulating character. Because Yusuke was able to exist outside of the planet's orbit. He was literally off the Earth itself at one point in his ghost form. So he doesn't need oxygen. If he fought Ichigo in a spiritual form as well, Yusuke doesn't need oxygen. And I could prove that. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me go to Amino. Actually, no. You guys, I've showed you guys before, right? Tell me, guys, in the chat, who remembers when Yusuke was knocked off the planet Earth and he was still alive, breathing, and was just kind of like laughing or like making a silly face? Does anyone remember that? Yeah, Toriko. Oh, yeah, Toriko is really strong. Toriko is ridiculous. Toriko needs respect. And yes, Zay, I love Toriko. Midora will beat both of these guys up. As much as I love Yusuke and Ichigo, Midora, Hunger Space, Minority World, it's over. Food Luck is GG. Not only has he better feats to be faster, but I can argue multi-galaxy level Midora if I want to. That's actually multi-galaxy on a consistent basis. I mean, even at the end of the manga, spoiler alert, lower your volume if you don't want to hear the Toriko spoiler. Toriko is literally ready to scrap hands with solar system or at least multi-star size snakes. He sees snakes that are the size of like multiple stars, and he's like, "All right, let's scrap hands." At the end of the manga, Toriko, and it's casual. He's like, "All right, let's go, man, let's scrap hands." And he's like literally ready to like. Toriko's literally ready to fold. He's really ready to fade a galaxy, like a freaking planet, multi-star level size snake. He's about to fold a multi-star level snake at the end of the manga. It's hilarious. And you know he was because, I mean, let me see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember how many light years it was. I do know Toriko characters definitely are insane. Let me see here. Yeah, my series dragons along with their rivals. Yeah, let me show the scan. Roswell. Thank you for letting me know. Bear with me one moment, guys. Let me see if I can pull it up. So I'm gonna go here. Let me go to this folder. Let's go to documents. Let me go to my YouTube stuff. Let me go to my classes. I think I have it. Is it this one? I think it's... Yeah, is it A class? I had the scan. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Let's see here. Go to C class, no. B class, no. Okay. Let me give me one moment, guys. Let me see if I can pull this up on another. Let me pull up my, because I have it. I purchased it. I already purchased it like last year. So let me see if I can log in. Off screen, of course. Let me go to Let me go to volume 2, which I can read the whole volume on screen. And I'm about to just right on stream. All right, let's read it. Let me see here. Okay. All right. So where is it? Oh yeah. So right here, this is when the girl black. Because let me tell you guys this: astral forms in Yu Yu Hakusho are far stronger. Because this girl, she blasts Yusuke, and Botan's like, "Welcome back again," and he's like, "You've been out for a couple days. What? You mean that little girl whooped me?" And he's like, "Man, I've never lost a fight before, even when I've been caught off guard. And this was just a little girl." Botan explains that's not the issue. The power of Ghost is in their feelings, not their size. Their emotions are the source of power. But our problem is Shota. Now, here, she says, at this rate, nothing will stop Sayaka from dragging him wholly into the spirit world. Are her feelings that strong? I checked her out, and she was terribly a lonely girl. So basically, they're expressing how strong her spirit is, which is literally just based off emotions. There's a point here where she says this, Sayaka, if you get to heaven now, you'll probably be lost for all of eternity or time. This is confirmed in the manga. I have the Japanese scan. For those who are questioning it, just let me know if you want to see the Japanese. She says, I'll blast you to the ends of the universe. Now, you can ask Roswell and Andre. I showed both of them this scan in the Japanese, and she said the exact same thing. She said, I'll shove you, like, I'll push you to the end of the universe. And it does use the term uchu, like universe. Because she was so emotionally impacted, she was ready to send him to the universe. Now, let me show you why this may not be a hyperbole. She obviously couldn't do it. Yusuke reiterates to her right here. So no blast to the end of the universe, huh? Because Yusuke was nervous. It's like, alright, so since you can't blast me to the end of the universe, he was ready to fold it. So he starts giving her a whooping. He gives her a spanking right here. She's obviously start crying. Now, here's the funny part. Let me skip here. This girl. This is an important scan. Because with this girl, there's a scene where this train is coming, and there's a demon, or a spirit, or whatever type of thing on the... This spirit... You mean that huge mass of evil was lurking inside one teenage girl? No, the evil in her heart was a small bit of just a bit of jealousy, but she's transferred it into something tangible, the curse. The curse enhanced it, attracting her evil spirit to boost it further. So even though she ripped the curse up, it was too late. And Yusuke, Yusuke is like, that's all a cosmic being, like you could say. Notice he calls Botan a cosmic being. She's like, yes, I'm a guide, not a miracle worker. Yusuke goes in to jump in, as you can see in the scan, and he tries to bite it. He's like, knock it off, let her go. Out of my way, brat. Haha, or we'll swallow you whole. Yusuke gets swallowed, then kicked. Yanks the girl out. Did you see that? Etc. Blah, blah, blah. The point is, she was able to purify and get rid of the spirit. She said, I must fight the cursed. I must. I don't care what happens. Why am I reading this to you guys? I'll show you why. So right here, it says, you saved me just in time. I'll tell her everything, etc. She tackled those evil spirits with the unwavering will. This is just willpower. The unwavering will to save her friend. In hindsight, those spirits didn't stand a chance. Those two will be all right now. Where's Yusuke? Oh, well, seems his rash valor knocked him out of this world. Yusuke's literally in orbit with a satellite. Hello? And he could still breathe. He's still fine. I mean, after all, Botan has to leave into space in order to bring him to the spirit world and interdimensionally travel. So obviously they could still breathe relativistically, and with at least without space, atmospheric or whatever, the vacuum of space doesn't really bother their ghostly souls. So that's that, and I just wanted to at least show you guys that scan right there. So if a regular human could do all of this by herself, and that spirit is claimed to not stand a chance, this thing isn't even a D class. It's not even a D class. But that goes to show you, in Yu Yu Hakusho, the astral forms of something is always usually stronger. That's why astral Yusuke is going to be far stronger than even physical Yusuke, in my opinion. Especially given what we see here. He's knocked into orbit by a less than a D-class level demon. And then some girl's like, all right, I'm going to just beat this spirit with my power, like a curse, with just raw willpower. And let me ask you guys this. What do you think S-Class Yusuke will be capable of if he replicated the same type of energy? So, yeah. Hey, welcome, Mr. Hazama. Thank you. Let me see what you guys had said. I'm just keeping up with the chat. Funny thing is, the Tory characters are fodder compared to Appetite Demons. Oh, yeah, they are. Like Neo, Acacia, Webcam Parents video. I did not. What tier do you put spirits in Yu Yu Hakusho compared to demons? Like what class? Spirits are usually just... demons are spirits. In Yu Yu Hakusho, demons are spirits. That's why you have Makai insects are invisible, because they're spirits. Even small demon imps are invisible because they're spirits. It just depends on which vessel they manifest in. But like, yeah, because Hiei has a physical body, but he also has a spirit, and he can astral project. So if you kill Hiei, say if you decapitate Hiei, that doesn't do anything, because Hiei is just going to come out in his ghost form and then destroy you. Because it's like Koenma said, oh, Yusuke died, but his ghost should come out. And we see in the recent OVA that they were all fighting in their spiritual form. Their spirits left their body. And so that same Yusuke who destroyed a canyon, like an entire canyon of mountains, with a casual, super hyper-suppressed ray gun, that was all like while in his spirit form. He was not a physical person at all. So yeah. I'm not sure when they nerfed Ichigo, but let's see here. Yusuke and Hiei at the end of the Dark World versus Wonder Woman, DCU, and Aquaman. Wow, not even D-Class are like wall level. Yeah. You are one of the few Yu Hakusho scalers I trust. Thank you, Jigon King. Yeah, I mean, so like D-Class demons are like tree level at best, etc. But like, no, not really actually. D-Class demons are like multi-building level or something crazy like that. It depends. D-Class are extremely powerful. I mean, Dark Tournament Hiei with the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, he was a D-Class, an upper D-Class, but his attack of the Dragon of the Darkness Flame caused the entire island to shake. So, yeah, it depends on how you really want to look at it. Let's see here. But the point of this scan is it shows this low-class spirit, this curse, got slapped. Like I said, the spirit, she said, incite those spirits. They didn't stand a chance. Plural. Those things got slapped. Yeah, that same spirit sent Yusuke into orbit. So when this little girl, who's obviously stronger, Sayaka, who obviously had a lot more emotion, because this girl didn't have as much emotion as Sayaka. Sayaka has way more emotion. Yet Sayaka said she was going to blast Yusuke to the end of the universe. I actually believe she could have probably done something very close to that. Maybe not exactly literal, but like I think she could have definitely knocked him off the planet for sure. Because even this weak spirit that didn't even stand a chance to a regular average human who hasn't even built up that much emotional turmoil still took out that type of spirit. So could you imagine what Ryzen could do? Just imagine. I'm asking you, chat, just imagine what Ryzen, Prime Ryzen, would do if we scaled him to the same scaling in his astral form. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, my bad, Jigan King. I don't know if, like, I need to see how strong Wonder Woman DCEU is. Again. But based on what I know, if it's like the Justice League regular one that came on Cartoon Network, yeah, they still win. Yeah, the manga is definitely worth it. Let's get back to the main discussion. I would just say that's my opinion. No notifications. Nobody can say nothing. Let's continue down, guys. Stream is coming to a conclusion, so I want to get in a little bit more. My Hero Academia verse versus Rock Lee. So I don't want to be that guy, but remember when Deku was going crazy He's like, smash! Deku's smash is equivalent to... Hold on. Nice job, beanbag dog. Deku's... I'm sorry, but... Rock Lee is too fast. Some people may have AP and techniques that can probably hurt Rock Lee in some way. Rock Lee's too fast. So the Academia versus Rock Lee, I don't know how he's going to fare against one of the heroes who has the black hole technique. Because when it comes to soloing is extremely hard. But then again, Rock Lee is a ninja, so he could probably just buy his time and recover his strength in an actual battle like this. But he would just blitz everyone. That's the thing. I feel like he would just blitz. He would blitz all the regular heroes, Todoroki, etc. He would blitz every last one of them. They wouldn't even know what hit them. They would literally be... You know what Mirio did? It would be just like that. He would clap all of them before they even had time to react or activate their quirk. Rock Lee is too fast, in my opinion. And this is coming from a guy who don't even scale Naruto like heavy. Yeah, I agree, Zay. I think Rock Lee wins. My opinion on Hunter x Hunter is it's amazing. Hunter x Hunter is excellent. Excellent manga. I do need to probably do some versus battle videos. I do need to do some feats and analysis on Hunter x Hunter. Because it definitely gets slept on. Ryzen Prime versus SSJ Goku on Namek. I actually say Ryzen, Jagan King. Now, that's kind of spoiling the S-Class video, but I'm going to say Ryzen. I definitely think Ryzen would possibly win against Namek Goku. Because the thing is, YuYu Hakusho and Dragon Ball are the only two main shows, along with Toriko and One Piece, where a character's attack potency is regulated. So, like, Yusuke's punch is 5 times weaker than his spirit gun. So, if Sensui's aura or presence could destroy the planet, what do you think his punches could do? And if his punches are far stronger than his aura, then what do you think his actual Rishuyuken can do? Which is at least 5 times stronger than him. Because it's as strong as the ray gun. It's slightly stronger than the ray gun. So if you do the math, then you're just like, well, that means each and every attack that Yusuke throws at Goku's, or Ryzen throws at Goku, Namek Saga, is going to be like relativistically large planet, or whatever you want to scale him to. Because again, Sensui was going to do that crap with just his aura releasing, if you read the original anime, according to the anime at least. The manga is a little different, because it's more so like implied that he would release the power and then destroy it over time. Whereas in the anime, it kind of gives the impression that, oh, I'm just going to power up and buy planet. You know, so it depends on how you go about it. I agree, Andre. Thank you. That's a good point. I hate that Hunter x Hunter is too also on that hiatus. No, I wouldn't say Rock Lee greater than Kaguya, but yeah, I'm going to give this to Rock Lee. Alright, that's good. A couple other people understand that. That's good. Dio, Karajiri, Kira, Diavolo, and Diego versus Goku. Unless any of these guys are a little complex multiversal, I don't know if no time hacks are going to work. No reality warp's going to work. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who would win in a fight? Jotaro Kujo or Dio? Well, I'm not going to answer that because that's obvious. That's like a very basic. Alright, so Ice Max fighting on ice in part of the Marine Fort to increase power. Who wins? Why is Brook here with Aokiji would destroy Brook? The heck is this? And the question is, Todoroki, so these two get fodderized. It's just a fight between these two. And at this point, I'm pretty sure Aokiji is about moon level plus. And unless you have evidence that Toshiro is the same level, I can't really say much. And we already know that Aokiji scaling on One Piece scaling is like is far. He's at least faster than Light. Plus. Because Luffy was faster than Light in base form. And he called it slow. And these are the same pacifistas who use the light speed. So I don't know, man. I don't even know who to vote for between I'm gonna say Toshiro because assuming this is endgame Toshiro, it's likely he'll likely be able to cut down Kizaru. So cuff. Just said Kizaru. Ryzen Prime versus Mecha Frieza. Goku probably with a shockwave. Exactly, guys. Let's see. I actually think Prime Ryzen could take manga Mecha Frieza. Yeah, I think he can. Anime Mecha Frieza, I think that's a little too much for Prime Ryzen. But again, that depends. It really depends. How's the average supernova? Alright, yeah. Nice. That's pretty cool. Help me, etc. Annual, like, okay, all mortals in DBS. Don't see Annuals fighting a guy who can casually destroy a higher non-temporal dimensional afterlife with a casual punch, who's later transcended that limit and more. Yep, don't see Anya setting. Yep, I don't see him winning. Sure, he's multiverse level, but he ain't low complex. So he's getting smacked. And now watch, you're going to be people who are going to be like, you're stupid. Guess you did. He's not that strong. What is your sandbox for Kaguya? Mine is solar system, massively faster than light, durability AP. AP, where you put her? Multi-solar. I put her multi-solar system to galaxy. Speed. Massively faster than light. Plus. Yeah. Durability equals AP when she feels like it. It may seem stupid. But within the context of her abilities, this makes sense for me. So I think this makes sense for me. I would put her at multi-galaxy. I mean, if you've seen anything in Naruto, you would know that the dimension they're in is clearly not small. So that's where I put her. Spawn, I don't know who Unicron is enough to know how strong he is. So yeah, we're going to skip that. Reusing Bleach movies, Toshiro is probably planetary. Yeah, probably. Prime Ryzen, Black Namek Saga. Prime Ryzen's Black Namek Saga. Xeno Goku Solo Saint Seiya verse. I agree. Yu Hakusho versus fodder. Well, it depends on who you're versing them in. I mean, if you say if you put Yu Hakusho up against a Kame ga Kill, against even Naruto in certain cases, they're not fodder per se. They would be high. They would be really high tier in Naruto, really high tier, or in Kame ga Kill, they would just be gods. They wouldn't be touchable. So it depends on who you're scaling them to. Even no matter how strong you think Naruto is, or Sasuke, one cut from Kuwabara while they're off guard, or Makuro will literally divide them on a different spatial dimension. They will not be able to regenerate. I mean, just imagine Naruto is fighting Makuro, and he's like, oh, I gotta dodge her. Oh, she swung her finger at me. So, like, real king, I want you to think about this. Like, imagine if Naruto is fighting Makuro. Despite how fast Naruto is, he's fighting her. He gotta first analyze how her fighting style is. Makuro just swings her finger in space, and Naruto just all of a sudden is divided into two separate spatial planes. She divides the three-dimensional space itself, splits pretty much that axis of the fabric of space and time. He can't do anything. They're divided now, so he's dead. So it's like that. It's like she's pretty stupid if you use the anime feats for Makuro. So, but yeah, DB Heroes is on another power. Yeah, you think Prime Rising can scale to Universal? Carter, I think he can if you use Yakumo's statement. Yakumo said he was going to recreate the Netherworld. So you can say that. The Xenoverse has infinite timelines, each of 12 universes. That is true. Did you see what happened to Kurama? Nope. People actually scale Boruto characters to Universal, which I think is fine. It could be. But depends. You got to look at the argument, not the opinion. People forget Kaguya is greater than Team 7, and Team 7 dodged chakra that traveled outside the universe in seconds. That is true. That could be an outlier, but it's true. They still dodged it. And given the fights with Momoshiki and Kenshiki, it might not even be an outlier, so it's hard to even scale. Plus, all movies and games and animes are in Heroes. I wouldn't call Yu Hakusho fodder, depending on what verse they're up against. Exactly, Mr. Hazama. Exactly. I mean, again, if you put Yu Yu Hakusho up against My Hero, then what? I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho, put them up against My Hero. Put them up against 7 Deadly Sins. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, depends on who you put them up against. They might still blitz and slap. And there's hacks. Certain hacks that Yu Yu Hakusho characters have don't care about how strong you are. If Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho fought Kaguya and he trapped her in the sinning tree, it's GG. What can she do besides crap? Well, looks like I'm stuck in an illusionary infinity. Looks like I'm stuck in a psychological illusion of infinityism for the rest of my eternity or immortal life. As she immortally just sits there swinging away at nothing. And keep in mind, Kurama can't actually beat Kurama can't really beat actual Elder Toguro in base form. Yet he still fought someone who was stronger than him technically, because Elder Toguro said he got stronger. Elder Toguro is stronger than Karasu. He's confirmed to be stronger than Karasu, and he's confirmed to be stronger than Bui. Kurama fought him in base form, so it's very clear that Kurama could still fight and use hacks on people stronger than him. That's why even Yusuke was kind of nervous and shocked, and Sensui. So it depends. Kuwabara could solo with his dimension. I mean, if Kuwabara just started swinging like a maniac, he would beat a lot of verses, because his sword transcends dimensions. It doesn't care. And that includes spatial dimensions, higher spatial dimensions. We know it's higher spatial dimensions because they went into the hyperspace. And when they was in hyperspace, Kuwabara still cut the dimensional barrier that existed beyond space-time. So, and he can cut portals. Yu Yu Hakusho can beat the Naruto verse, Hunter verse, and probably even verses would lose to like DBZ, Saint Seiya, and probably more verses. So they are strong. My fodder Academia. I mean, I wouldn't say Yu Yu Hakusho beats Narutoverse, personally, in my opinion. As I stated in my last video with Hiei versus Sasuke, I think Sasuke in his adult form is just very powerful. I think a lot of people who don't really understand Naruto really don't get how strong adult Sasuke really has become. I mean, a lot of people don't get that he's fighting Kaguya tier fighters without even... That's why I always think that adult Sasuke was stronger than his Sage of Six Paths version. But that's just me. I think that he's stronger. I mean, it's like Goku and Vegeta. It's like, would you compare, Cell Saga Goku to the, Saiyan Saga? I mean, to like... No, not even to like 23rd Budokai Goku. It depends. Super Perfect Cell... Hell no. I'm sorry, bro. As much as I love Yu Yu Hakusho, I think Super Perfect Cell would absolutely mollywop everyone. He would destroy them. He would just absorb someone who's strong anyway, and to just use their power, or he would just kill him. But I don't know. I don't know. There's still a lot more to be discussed on Yu Yu Hakusho. There's still more stuff they're doing. There's still more power scaling needs to be done. I don't know if you guys know this, but Demon World is stated in the series to have dimensions as numerous as the stars as far as countries. So, I don't know, man. Yu Yu Hakusho is still pretty dang strong. So it's hard to say. When you see the S-Class video, you might have a better take on it. The power of love and blows away the planet. I feel like Naruto could beat Yusuke in a fight, but just not with raw power. He needs technique. You know how I think of this, Zay? I think of it as like Naruto and Yusuke. In my opinion, Naruto and Yusuke is literally like, it's like having I think Naruto and Yusuke is like, it's an iffy battle because it's on and off. There will be cases where Naruto will win and cases where Yusuke will win because they're both pretty much in the same range of attack potency where I place them at. And Naruto without Kurama he would still be an S-Class for Yu Yu Hakusho standards. In fact, I think Naruto would still be even a mid-level S. Well, he would at least still be an S-Class, at least a lower S-Class. So it depends. I'll talk about it, but we're running out of time. So let me see. I'm trying to get Xenogoku to Outerverse. Real King Rave, you don't know how to get Xenogoku out of Outerversal yet? Just stick around and you'll see how we do it. I respect you, but I disagree with your take on. Yeah, sure. Okay, Dragon King, that's okay. We can agree to disagree, bro. Because at the end of the day, I still think Yu Yu Hakusho is very strong. I just think Naruto is, a bit stronger than other people may think they are as well. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say Yu Yu Hakusho solos the verse. You'd have to watch and read Naruto and understand all of what they can do. You got to factor in the Renengan's capabilities, the Otsutsuki clan, because Yu Yu Hakusho has not fought Otsutsuki clan level members who could just create space-time continuums. They haven't done that. Now, if you're talking about no Otsutsuki characters at all, then yes, I agree with you. But since now we got these Otsutsuki characters coming around, and they're all right, they're changing the entire meta, then yeah, I would have to use movie Yu Yu Hakusho. If we're using movie feats like Yakumo, then yeah, absolutely. It's no competition. Yusuke is stupid. Yusuke is stupidly strong in that movie. The characters in the Yu Yu Hakusho movie are so strong, it will make your head freaking spin. Trust me, bro. Saitama is very overrated, definitely. Do you guys think Grand Priest is weaker or stronger than Zeno? Alejandro, I think Grand Priest is equal. But yeah. Saitama is the most overhyped fodder to exist. Oh yeah. You guys want to know the truth? If Saitama fought Yujiro Hanma from Baki, he would lose. Saitama would lose to Yujiro Hanma if stats were equalized. Because he doesn't have any fighting skill. Yujiro would slap him. Yujiro has techniques that you can't even fight him. Yujiro has X-ray level ability. Yujiro could see your weakness by a glance. It's even stated in the same Baki manga, AIDS, cancer cannot hurt him because Yujiro can individually control his blood cells and his immune system. If Yujiro Hanma fought Saitama, he would absolutely wreck him. Is Super Shenron omnipotent? No. Super Shenron wouldn't be omnipotent yet. Even though he has no limit, his limits are based upon the confines of Dragon Ball. But there's no evidence that he's above Zeno. Because they say nothing's above Zeno. Top most overrated in the versus battle: One Punch, Naruto, Bleach, and DBZ to some extent. It could be. Actually, Dragon King, in my opinion, I think DBZ is the most underrated. Andre and I have been in the DB game for a while, and Snow Forest, and Roswell, and we could tell you that Dragon Ball gets downplayed all the time. All the time. They're always getting downplayed. Just like Yu Yu Hakusho. So Dragon Ball Yu Yu Hakusho are like brothers. They've gotten downplayed the most. Actually, all of Shonen. Naruto has been downplayed for years and years and years. And it's only recently people started respecting them because of Swag Kage, Seth the Programmer, Snow Forest, and some of his old Google Plus scans. Sosa, Jadara. Who else? Who else has been making? Webcam Paris even made some good commentary on Naruto. Like, that took a lot of people in the Naruto community to like help Naruto get the respect they deserve. So I completely respect where Naruto came from. Bleach, Clyde put in work too. You know, a lot of other people. So I would say Bleach and such. Now, when you say Saitama, what I think's been the most overrated is these light novels and graphic novel characters. Bro, these graphic novel characters, it's like every graphic novel character, you turn the left corner, hey, he's multiversal because they wrote it to be so. Like, I don't care what they wrote. A Mob at 1,000. I'm going to give it to Mob. Mob was stated to be relative to Tatsumaki, and Aang ain't dealing with that. Goku come on, get out of here. Vegeta can't even master or wield Ultra Instinct Mastered. That's a goofy question. Move on. What is the best opening yet? My Hero Academia, The Day, Naruto Blue Bird, One Punch Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, The Day. Naruto's Blue Bird, that's pretty cool. One Punch Man is pretty hype, but I think My Hero is the most memorable. Pain Nagato versus Straw Hat. Ha 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 ha! You're funny. Straw Hats will clap. Pain. Luffy will Luffy will throw a continental level. Luffy will throw a gum continent busting punch at Pain. Pain will be like, God dang. That was pretty strong, Luffy. I mean, if you said like Luffy versus Pain by itself, then maybe we got an argument. I mean, it depends. If Pain has prep time, I give it to Pain. If no prep time at all and it's just a casual encounter, I think Luffy and him wins. Because Pain is faster than Light. Don't get me wrong. Pain has faster than Light speed. But Luffy, I would say, has a little bit more. At least compared to this Pain. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Can Luffy be scaled to planetary? I don't think so. Not yet. Whitebeard, I do. But Luffy, nah. Most underrated in the versus Battle Wiki, Yu Yu Hakusho, The Punisher, and Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. I would say Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely up there. Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely one of the underrated ones. Luffy one-shots Pain without Gear 4. He does, low-key. Yep, that right there should be debunked. Saitama being invincible, one-shotting anyone above planetary. Yeah. Luffy can hurt Kaido now. I mean, if you could hurt Kaido or a Yonko, then yeah. Luffy is casually multi-continental. Pain, you have to wank him to get him to barely continental. Yeah. That's true. The only thing you got going from him is the hacks. Unicron, I'm not going to talk about him. I don't know enough. Could someone explain Yuwa's hacks? With enough plot armor, anything is possible. From this dimension... Oh, yeah. From this moment on, I can see everything that will unfold into the distant future now that my eyes are open. And I can know everything that I see. They cannot even be used to harm me. Not only can they not be used to defeat me, all the powers I know take my side. All that I see is powerless against me. There's no room for comprehension or countermeasurements against me. Yeah, but you have to remember, this is kind of hyperbole. And I'm sure Snow Forest, Andre, and many of you other guys can pick up on this. This is hyperbole. Yuha's ability is to see into the future to avoid attacks. The rest of this, like, this is powerless and blah, blah, blah. That's only powerless under his presupposition that he knows. He's like, now that I know what you can do, and now that I have these powers, and I know what power you're going to use against me, and I can take them, you ain't going to hurt me. But then it's like, how does he deal with someone who's like Sasuke, who's like, yeah, I could just teleport. Oh, and also, yeah, I have anti-time manipulation hacks, so I don't care. How does he deal with Sasuke, who's like, you looked at me, you die? He's like, oh, it's like, Sasuke, Now that my eyes are open. Sasuke's like, oh, thanks. Yeah, can you look into my eyes for a moment? GG. You, Kuwabara. I know everything. I have a sword, so I'm just gonna cut the air. And Yuha's like, wait, what? Did you just cut the dimension of time so I can't look into the future? It's like, it's not as cracked up with it. This is like boosting himself. This is just Yuha just saying, yeah, I can flex, bro. Look at me. I'm mad strong. I'm sorry, bro. Sasuke will beat him. A highballed Kuwabara will beat him if he's off guard. Because it's not fast enough. A freaking Makuro will clap him. Who else? I mean, there's a lot of characters. Can't beat Goku. Goku's too dang fast. You have to prove that he can even react to something that's faster than him. Because look at Katakuri. I can see into the future. It's like Luffy's like, all right, cool, but you ain't that fast, so punch. It's like, god dang. It's like Sasuke too. Is like, it doesn't matter how fast I can see. If my body can't react to it, it's pointless. Upon activation, Yuha gains his full power and arises his pupils to split in two. Had he opened his eyes once in 999 years after his original defeat, during which 900 years for his merely heart to start beating, another 90 to gain self-awareness, he wouldn't been unable to control his power and accidentally stolen the lives of his lawyer. I just posted and explained from the manga, and the reason for this is I don't like to interpret scenes because that's how a lot of wank start. Just post the facts and let people come to their. I agree. This guy is on the right path. Stop going into all this extra stuff because bull crap writing is how to be. Like, that's what you assume, but you have to just know that you can't assert no limits fallacies to him. All right, let's see here. Let's read the chat. Yuha has a lot of hacks, but his AP is like multiplanetary. YouTube name Bleach Hub claims Ichigo is low multiversal. That's wank. I strongly disagree. Definitely wank. Yup, I agree. I really hope that the God of Destruction receive a couple of buffs. Really deserve. I agree, Alejandro. Definitely. Could Itachi's Genjutsu affect Goku? Ocular Jutsu can affect Goku. But the question is, can he hurt Goku within the Genjutsu, or can he overcome Goku's powerful mind? That's the question. Because Goku has broken illusions before, even illusions that manipulate his ki. Because when Goku had that one battle with Master Roshi, those illusions got stronger the more ki Goku used. So Goku had to completely harmonize his ki, recognize their illusions feeding off of him, and then he shattered them. So if Goku can recognize, all right, these are just illusions. I'm not really feeling this pain. This ain't happening to me. He could probably close out of the Tsukuyomi. But I don't know. That's still hard. It's a big guess. But even if Goku went through all that pain, just like Kakashi, Goku would collapse and be like, that hurt. But then Goku would just get stronger because he died multiple times. And being in those near death would still help him, his body and his spirit would get stronger. Because the thing you need to understand in Dragon Ball is Saiyans get stronger the closer they are to death. Right? But if Goku's getting closer to death in his spirit form, or his astral form, his dead form, or his ghost, he's still getting stronger. That's how he got stronger in the afterlife. He didn't have a body in the afterlife, yet he still got stronger spiritually. Even Frieza got stronger mentally. Yeah, Ultra Instinct, I don't think it would work at all. Goku's not even focused on him. He's focused on the battle. Goku and Vegeta met Yusuke and Hiei. Hiei would definitely get along with Vegeta. Goku and Yusuke would get along too. Jagan King, something you might, I don't know if you know this, but Yusuke actually gets stronger. The stronger his opponent is, the more excited Yusuke gets. In the English dub, they don't clarify this, but Yusuke acts like a Saiyan. He literally acts like a Saiyan in the sense where he's like, if you're stronger than him, he's excited. And he gets stronger as the battle goes. That's why, although Yomi was like a 1,500,000 for power level, but Yusuke was a 500,000 power level. A big gap. And where Shura didn't stand a chance at all against Yomi, Yusuke ended up just overcoming that gap just by getting excited to fight Yomi and had fun. And just that alone allowed them to fight for 60 hours straight, where they kept getting power boosts throughout the entire battle. So yeah. I agree. Tachi isn't strong enough to affect. Is Cosmic Armor Super Saiyan the strongest version? I think the Milkman Superman is. But Cosmic Armor Superman is definitely one of the strongest. Alright, so let's finish this up. I got a couple more minutes. Let's see here. Depends if we use Yakumo's statements to issue. Alright, so we got to upvote. Who upvoted us? Yup, exactly. And who we get here? Yeah, don't see Anos fighting a guy who could casually destroy a higher non-temporal space. Using stuff that isn't on profiles equals no. Also, no one in DBZ can bypass godly, highly godly, or NEP. Not only highly godly NEP. Anos hacks are just too much. Okay, well. I'll just put this. I'll just put Oblivion of the Endless. I'll just say, sorry, but the profiles aren't the end all be all and are very incorrect. I'll take Toriyama's claim to the afterlife being a higher spatial dimensional plane that's great plane than the opinions of mods who neglect clear-cut information from the source material. Alright guys, so now let me go to my amino apps right here, get the shortcut. So here's how we do this here. Because he's like, using what's not in a profile is equals no. I'm like, no. Actually, let's do this. Yeah. No, I'll just copy the source. Source here, which I'll just put a link. There we go. Reads, the supernatural world governed by the gods, the god of heaven who is higher than heaven and transcends the dimensions that cannot be seen from the human world, are looking down on the whole world from here. So there's that. Yusuke doesn't act like a Saiyan. He is a Saiyan. Just another verse. People downplay DB so much, man. Even downplay official statements. How strong do you think Gojo is? He's not that strong without his hacks, in my opinion. He isn't. But he definitely is like a monster. Gojo is no joke, from what I dealt with and know about him. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So using stuff that isn't on profiles equals no. Let me see if that's in the rules. No. I'd say sorry, but the profiles aren't the end-all be-all and are very incorrect. I'll take Toriyama's claim to the afterlife being a higher spatial dimensional plane than Toriyama/editors of the Daizenshu claims to the afterlife being a higher spatial plane than the opinions of a mod. Than the opinions of mods who neglect clear-cut information of the source material. That's like appealing to authority in a way. The source is here. And I'm even giving them the page and everything. Let me see if I still have the page. I think I gave it to J Rio. I was talking to him before, because he was talking about this before, and he was just like, bro, come on. I mean, the verse about a wiki is pretty pathetic at, like, how they power scale. Pretty much 90% of the people don't even know how to scale at all. They're pretty much just like, if it doesn't say on the profile, it's like, it doesn't count. Like, I don't care what they say. Like, do I care? Why should I care? That doesn't mean anything to me. me see here. Essential 4. Let me see here. I'm just picking up the page, guys. My bad. Let's see here. Daizenshu 4. Yep. Okay. Let me read some of the chat. How strong do you think Gojo is? He's not that strong without his here. In the anime, they gave a very regenerative factor that has a god form, a very useful ability. However, it has not been seen. Yeah, I know. That's sad. Goku actually absorbed the god into base form. I think Goku still has that healing factor. They just don't mention it because he healed in the Tournament of Power off of like pretty much 0. Versus Battle Wiki is so disingenuous. They legit made a rule that makes it against the rules to upscale Naruto above rule level now. That's ridiculous. Seriously? Hold on. That's crazy. I'll say this, yeah. This right here convinced me. But I'll put this, but you're welcome to disagree. But you're welcome to disagree with the original source material. Though, instead of claiming what is too much, it's better to just ask why. Yeah. So what are they talking about? NEP. NEP. Are they talking about that little stupid step thing he was doing? DB can, no one in DB can bypass high godly. It doesn't matter what they could bypass because they could just seal him. So that doesn't tell us anything. Because it doesn't matter how much you bend reality to. If we're stronger than you on a higher plane of existence, then we're destroying you. Period. Because you can't fight us. We're on a higher infinity. You just get destroyed by that. Alright, that's a good one. Okay, let's move on. Finish up. What is the evidence about 1B Anos? Why is Anos this big topic? And I'll do Anos versus Arceus. Anos versus Sinbad, blah, blah, blah. Anos solos, SCP, Sinbad. 99 hierarchies. The highest one seems lower as a piece of shogi. Venus Noah can destroy everything. Anos' existence is superior to Venus Noah. I think as a whole, the deeper you go into the layers, the stronger all it gets. So you can take that as worlds being stronger or layers as dimensional layers. And apparently Anos using like 160 layers as chessboard pieces. Basically everything is in another dimension in a layer. That needs more evidence. As you can see, this is how you see how people are open to discuss how strong Anos is, but they're never open to discuss Dragon Ball being higher. That's pretty disgusting. So you got people trying to argue that he's hyperversal, but no. This is why I deleted my versus battle wiki, by the way, guys. These guys are terrible. Terrible. Thanos, Infinity Gauntlet, Darkseid. I'm going to give it to Thanos. I think Thanos is stronger than Darkseid. Even Darkseid's true form, I think Thanos is much stronger. If you've read Ashley's post, Thanos is like beyond fifth dimensional type of stuff with the true interpretation of the Infinity Gauntlet. Don't sleep on it. Anos, etc. Blah blah blah. Him again. Yeah. Fire only. Max power. Oh no, Ace. Ace beats Itachi in fire. As far as fire goes, Ace wins. Now if you're talking about battle, yeah. Yuha, Soul Cross versus Archie. Okay, well, I don't know what that says. I'm just going to go with this. Because I think Najimu would still win. And, wait, Rimuru, this is so confusing. This is trash. A lot of this is trash. A Sombra, Spy, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Ren, low 1C, blah, 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 versus Shorty. I'm going to go with this guy. Strong as Joker is, Joker's only strong in the cognitive realm. Is in the cognitive realm. It doesn't necessarily apply regularly. So physically, I don't really think it applies the same. This guy's like consistently 1C, like literally. And Mixie wins. That's a stupid question. Sinbad Gauntlet. Round 1, round 2, round 3. Goku's stronger than all of them. Xeno Goku was strong. Round 2. Though strange, I'd assert Xeno Goku is above, would be the hardest challenge going off his feats scaling in the games plus manga. But I don't know if anyone knows this, because again, like 90% of this versus battle wants to put Goku in everything, but they don't ever want to scale him properly. So it's like dealing with a bunch of children. This is disgusting, guys. I'm getting sick of this. Versus the DBS. Are you serious? DBS versus Jotaro? Come on, guys. What is this? Guys, this is becoming nonsensical. But anyway, I'm gonna end this in like about 4 more minutes. Let me see here. Sorry. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Jigan King. Versus Battle Wiki is a joke when it comes to Dragon Ball. People hate on TV for no reason. Good to see you post a stream again this week. Thanks. Riley, Beerus destroyed her, so God greater than gags? Or is it hyperbole? No, gods are greater than gag characters. Depends on the gag character, though. Do you need infinite speed to overcome Gojo Satori's limitless ability? Or does Goku... No, Kawaki, all you need is just teleportation or a way to bypass. So if you can cut dimensions, teleport, or just simply have infinite speed, you can bypass that layer for Gojo's Satoru. So it's pretty easy to get by. Versus Battle Wiki, let's see. Versus Wiki downplay on Yu Yu Hakusho is disgusting. I agree. I feel like Rayleigh could potentially beat Beerus by manipulating the plot. No, she wouldn't. They said she couldn't, actually. But... it's whatever. Goku's speed should be argued immeasurable as disposed. Xeno Goku solos. Yeah, he does. Toon Force is really broken. Alejandro. What even are these matchups? And what's with the DB versus Jodo? Because Roswell, that's the thing. The Versus Battle Wiki hates DBZ. They hate it. They want to see them lose. Look, that's why they said Jotaro can beat all of the DBS verse. Like, legit. Like, let's even see the reasoning. He lost it. Haven't post, blah, blah, blah. Never mind, forgot about infinite speed, etc. I mean, DBS lacks in hacks also. The moment Jotaro comes into contact with the key, it's game over. Star Plat can kind of just copy-paste it to Jotaro and overwrite his potential to be infinite. It doesn't matter, because there's higher levels of infinity. That's a no limits fallacy. It doesn't matter. The issue is Jotaro will likely get one shot by anyone who's being serious in battle. So depending on who he even fights. Jotaro will likely get one shot by anyone who's being serious in the battle. Like, even Krillin would just slap him. And is like, alright, well, GG. Alright, let's see here. Jotaro is fodder, bro. Oh my... Jotaro's fodder. Zay and Real King Rave, have you guys read JoJo? Because just so you guys know, I'm not the biggest guy on JoJo. So if you guys have actually read it, let me know. Like, just let me know. Let me know the juice. Let me know the sauce. I've seen people argue that Jotaro can beat Hit since he could stop time longer, which is dumb. A short answer. Let's see here. Quick question: could Vegeta's spirit fusion do significant damage to Superman because of his absorption? Yes. Yes, King of Ra. He can. He can. Winged Dragon of Ra. He can. Do people realize how fast Hit is without his time manipulation compared to Jotaro? No, they don't. I mean, Goku doesn't care about time manipulation. Like, time manipulation doesn't matter to anyone in Dragon Ball. I mean, Hit literally shattered it. And they're like, who's the strongest tier 0? This Reddit wiki is a joke. Yeah, these guys are a joke. Itachi wins. Totsuka Blade. But okay. Which anime did you want anime to be the year of your opinion? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah. Who wins FFA? Free for all. Who wins the free for all? Giorno. Entire Tower of God. I'm going to just go on a whim and argue One Piece verse. And the reason I'm going to argue One Piece is because Giorno's getting slapped by Luffy before he even knows what happened. Because he's not going to react to Luffy. He's faster. Sure, you can argue light speed, but you ain't arguing that he's faster than light speed as much as Luffy. And Luffy is very casual about the fights he go in. He's just going to see him and go pop and just pop him. And he's going to get one shot at and get knocked out and be unconscious. So that's done. Whatever. I don't even know if I even know if Golden Experience Requiem could even just be like. I mean, otherwise, yeah, he was solo, but it depends. Black Clover. I don't know. Actually, I heard there was a Planet Buster in Black Clover, potentially. Or pardon me, Continental level character. I don't care. One Piece still wins. Too many characters, too many hacks. Trafalgar Law literally slaps most of them. I don't remember the entirety of Tower of God, so I don't remember. TikTok Luffy. Okay. Kind of stupid spite battle. Why would you have Sinbad versus a character like that? Let's see here. Jotaro Star Platinum stand has building level feats. Do you realize people how fast... Yep. It's carried by its time hacks. I read JoJo. In no main series, Jotaro can not defeat Goku. You would need Eyes of Heaven Jotaro, and even then, he wouldn't be able to do much. Good to know. Giorno is OP. It's like Ruby to Booty. I'm just gonna give it to Rudy. Who would win? Sasuke with every dojutsu, Uryu with every... Sasuke. Are you freaking kidding me? Don't ever disrespect Sasuke and put him in the same case. Sasuke will he will baptize Uryu. Send him back to church. Get out of here. Don't ever disrespect Sasuke. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of light novel and JoJo fans who are just over extrapolating the actual power of these characters. Which Marvel team is your favorite? Anyway, Emperor Joker versus Ren. Are you freaking stupid? They've even discussed that Ren's abilities are in the cognitive realm more than anything. It's not necessarily real. So if you really want to break it down, let me put it this way. When Goku goes to sleep, he becomes a multiversal buster. But when he's awake, he's just, regular Goku. Like, kind of imagine that. Or like, imagine if Esdeath, she's like, oh, I can destroy a country. But when I go to sleep, I can destroy multi-universes. It's like, okay, and that's kind of how Ren is. So I don't get it. Blackbeard versus... Are these guys goofy? Oh, man, these battles are terrible. Sanji destroys. What is this? Stop. Ugh. Gilgamesh versus... Alright, Featherin versus the writer. Who are higher in it? Are you freaking stupid? Oh my gosh. There's people who really think Featherin is above the writer of Marvel. Oh my freaking goodness. Sweetie?
Yeah.
I think it's time to just stop. I can't let my chat down, but I think it's time to stop. These guys, they think this stupid witch is stronger than the author, the guy who wrote. So the guy who wrote the Marvel comics, who Jack Kirby, who can add anything into it, including Stan Lee, etc. The character is called the writer. The writer exists in the author realm. Pretty much all the authors who ever write the comic, like let's say if I got hired by Marvel tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Because I'm an artist, you know that.
Yes.
If I get hired by Marvel, and they're like, "Hey, Atari," or they call me by my real name, and they're like, "Yo, Zakai, come in, and I want you to write a story about a character who's an immigrant and is really powerful and fights for her country and freedom." Sure, I'm a writer, and that's what the writer represents in Marvel. And it's like, "Well, Featherin is stronger than you." Featherin is to me. All I gotta do is hit up the author who wrote Featherin and say, "Yo, can I put her in the next comic? And can it be canon to your story?" And just pay him enough money. He'll be like, "Yeah, sure, we'll license her over to you." I'll be like, "Yeah, she sucks. She can't do anything. She's a freaking fictional character, guys. She's a fictional character."
But you know what I think? What is the guy on the over there on the left side?
He's
What's his name?
That's Cyclops.
Cyclops.
The author is drawing a comic scene. So that's like, imagine if my hand was drawing on my tablet, I would be the author. But they're trying to say like, "Oh, well, Goku's stronger than you, Sakai." I'm like, I'm streaming in a real world right now where Goku doesn't matter. Goku is just a pigment of Toriyama's imagination that was created and written on paper.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if it's 3D movie Goku, he still doesn't matter. So why? Let me see the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing it. Did you make it infinite speed Goku? I will do that. You know, I will. Sasuke Genjutsu claps here to you. Agreed. Anime versus comic book. Yeah, it depends. Yomi versus Makuro at 50%. Makuro wins. I agree. Look it. The wank. Yo, Tari is I am triggered, Jagon King. I've never seen something this stupid in my life. Writer erases her out of the manga. That's what I'm saying. Is Featherin tier 0? Nope. Here, only Featherin has high 1A. No infinite hierarchy in DC, so writer loses horribly. The results bother me with how much they've over power scaled her. You guys are overdoing it. This is going too far. It's like Knuckles says, "That's going too far." Alright, hold on. Somebody replied in the Sinbad. Round 2. Though strange, I'd assert Xenogoku would be the hardest challenge. Go ahead. Explain why Sinbad, a 1B, would lose to Xenogoku, who is 2A. Because Xenogoku should be... because Xenogoku should... Wait, what? Because Xenogoku should be 1A. Let me see here. Hold on. Yeah. Why would Xenogoku be below Seiya? Why would he be below Seiya? That's the point. I don't care where you place him at. Why is Seiya round 5 over Xeno Goku. That's the point. Xeno Goku would solo the entire Saint Seiya verse. Are you kidding me? I don't care where you rank Sinbad at. Goku transcended the fiction itself. Galaxy level, over 1,000 plus times faster than light, and galaxy of a durability with no stats. You want me? Anyway, ignoring that. No, I'm not going to report him. Anyway, just going to ignore that. Let's go here. Hey, if you wish to make a crit and get accepted, otherwise, and no negs. Plus, just transcending dimensions isn't inherently tier one here, so you better think of another argument if you plan to make a CRT either way. I suggest reading how the tiering system in the higher dimensions exists at work here. Well, what are you saying? Transcending dimensions. I don't think he gets what's going on. So, transcending dimensions isn't tier 1. Okay. So you better think of another argument if you plan to the way. Okay, well, explain. I would love explain. Explain. Is there a page? Let's see here. Explain how transcending lower temporal. Explain how transcending temporal realms that are infinite in size or expanding infinitely, not considered a tier up in terms of the hierarchy. Please. Because according to your statement here, you just nerfed a plethora of other light novel and visual novel verses that get that same treatment. But since when did I need to make a CRT, whatever that means? I don't even know what that means. Since when did I need to make a CRT in order to have a rejoinder? I don't, especially with the history of Versus Battle Wiki and its incredulous bias the community typically has with DB, etc. Yeah, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. So if I transcend an infinite realm, and I'm transcending dimensions, etc., it doesn't meet tier 1. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me put this edit. Tier 1? I'm saying it's a higher plane of existence by the statement alone, not saying it transcends infinite dimensional hierarchies, in case you may have misinterpreted that. Yeah, or I'll put misunderstood. Yeah, because you might be thinking I'm saying it's like tier 1A. I'm not saying it's tier 1. I never said it's tier 1. Edit. Tier 1. I'm saying it's a higher plane of existence by the statement alone. Not saying it transcends infinite dimensional hierarchies. He probably is thinking it transcends infinite dimensional hierarchies, which I'm not saying. I'm just simply putting the scan that it says it transcends the dimensions that cannot be seen from the human world and are looking down the whole world from here. Which is just saying that, A, it transcends the lower human realm. How many dimensions are in it, we don't know. And unless they say it's infinite spatial dimensions, we can't even assert that it's 1A. So if that's what you think I'm getting at, that's not. Now, if you're talking about 1C and stuff, then sure, but like that's a different story. Featherin is from Yumi and Echo. Yes, she is. Isn't the 4D God Fusion Goku the strongest version? There are characters that can affect the real world in DB. Yes, there are. There are. 4D movie Goku is scalable to DBS. So, Super Dragon Ball Heroes God Broly. So, that movie is canon to Dragon Ball Heroes. So, yes, the Universal Studios Broly is canon to Heroes. So, Xeno Goku scales to that. So, when Xeno Goku affects the real world, it's consistent because God Broly, who's separate from Heroes, also affected the real world. So it's a very consistent basis that affecting the real world is obviously a common trait with these characters. So it's very consistent. Okay, so now that that's out the way, let's see who else got to say something. Okay, whatever. Okay, do we want to see unfollow post? I don't feel like hearing anyone else's mouth. People don't know how to shut up. Universe the massively fast and light star. Nice. If you guys don't agree, then don't say anything to me. I'm just simply giving comments. I'm just debating with people, but guys, keep in mind when I'm doing these debates, I can't do too much because then it just becomes a circle jerk of pulling teeth with these guys. Transcending dimensions doesn't get you tier 1. I'm like, what? So if somebody says, oh, I'm 7th dimensional, what does that mean? Well, I transcended the 7th dimension. So what does that mean? Does that mean they're no longer considered complex multiverse level? The dimensional system has changed. For what reason? Because that still doesn't mean I have to agree with the dimensional change. And if that's the case, then the algorithm is flawed then. The algorithm is fine how it was. And if they decided to change it at the last minute, then it's going to be flawed. Because it's going to contradict the other scales. So it's very clear whoever's saying that, they're a versus battle wiki veteran. Meaning they love staying on this site. And they don't like to explore anymore. Notice he didn't even argue against my scan. He just is like, oh, if you want to make it, well, we're not going to accept it until you like make an entire thread argue. I'm like, bro, I don't have to do that. Get the heck out of here. Oh, complex multiversal? Joker made it? Oh, I didn't know he made it to complex multiversal. Nice. Xeno Goku. He has better hacks resistance. But of course, if it's any type of graphic novel character, you know how people are. It's graphic novel. I like graphic novel characters. Why? Because I hate DBC. I feel like they're stronger. Most of these people are people who usually read graphic novels anyway, and don't like the idea. Anyway. Heavenly Ascension. I'm gonna give it to Dio. Actually, hold on. How strong is Heavenly Ascended Dio? Because I know Super Tango Tompa Gurren Lagann is low hyperversal, 11th dimensional. Oh goodness, here we go again. Let's see here. Jiren. Alright, how about Jiren? Oh, it's so stupid. Beerus destroys him. It's no competition. Persona 3 and 5 versus the Witches. I mean, well, I'm gonna give it to the Witches because obviously they're a lot more hacksy, and their strength is more consistent. I don't know. I'm just gonna give it to Michael because I don't see this guy beating him. Okay, guys. So we're closing up. We're gonna be closing up soon. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start concluding. What are you guys' thoughts overall on this whole thing? Was it a pain? Man, why am I doing this to my health? This was a pain. It was actually a pain. Jump Force versus Smash Bros. Jump Force. Jump Force went to the real world, so Gojo versus this character. I don't even know what she can do. So, sorry, I don't watch that weeb anime with that very cliche anime stop. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Kashi versus Mike. Stupid question. Hero the Luminary. Of course the Luminary wins. What are you guys, stupid? Gosh. Hill level Ichigo. Hill level Ichigo. Oh my gosh, man. This is great. And DB40 Dende solos. Yeah, he does. And your best guess, what would you say is the best estimate for Super Saiyan God multiplier? 20,000. No, above 20,000. Because if Super Saiyan 3 is 400 times base, and then regular Vegito is whatever, and then Super Saiyan Vegito is like 50 times, and that would be like, you know. I mean, obviously, like, if I had to do, like, if I was using my multipliers, then I would use, like, the whole 300 times Mastered Super Saiyan statement, and then I would just multiply that by 8 times, and then I will multiply that by 300 times once more for Super Vegito, and then I would just do another double. I would double it, because the said fusion didn't stand a chance against Beerus. Heavenly Sendidio is able to overwrite the entire whole universe-sized realities with his punches alone, along with Neg Gyarados. He's pretty much multiversal in JoJo, if I recall. Nice. Gotta go back and play Eyes of Heaven. Nice. Thank you. On TikTok, it's a trend to say Gojo claps, Goku claps. To say Gojo claps, Goku claps. Goku. Yeah, I'm not even joking. They're serious about it. I mean, that's what happens. You get a new anime, you get a cooler character. Gojo wins this easy. Easy. You know what's funny? Is that my boy Sosa have been talking about Gojo before any of these guys even knew what it was. But now that Goku has came out in anime, everyone's like hopping on his case. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying to have like a very powerful character, Iki. Iki wins if he's from Demon King down. Goku full power versus Minato final form. Mahito. Freak is that? Let me look this guy up. Heck is this guy? What anime is he from? Jujutsu Kaisen? Bro. Get the freak out of here, man. These guys are terrible. Sword Art Online. Oh my gosh, stop. Naruto vs. Ichigo. I mean, Naruto won anyway. Shoot, I can use Kaguya scaling. Shoot, you want to get at me like that? I can come at you with Kaguya scaling. You guys can chill. If you want me to go there, at least. Trust me, there's a lot of information. Hyperbolic time chamber does not have Earth size. The size of the hyperbolic time chamber was once implied to be Earth size. Okay, what are you getting at, brother? Because these notice this pose. Every other pose like attention, but this guy he got 0 from anyone. And I would say makes sense. The term in the original Japanese scan also suggests it's another world, along with DBS manga Goku and Vegeta Blue claiming they can go full power rampage and not break anything. Should speak for itself. There we go. Well, guys, I would say that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to conclude everything now. Oh yeah, people are crazy. I don't know which Adam, like Alan Adam versus Battle Wiki is pretty complicated. It has its ups and downs, has its pros and cons. Heck, there are things I agree and disagree and neutral. Hence why I am part of a dark gray area on that site, not part of any. I wouldn't give SSJ a multiplier, honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's stated to just transcend. Goku in the Japanese, in both terms, says it's like an infinite. It's a different universe. So, high hypoversal Marvel. Oh, goodness. So this guy's trying to say Marvel's only like 2-dimensional. Get the heck out of here, dude. What? See? Me when they downgrade Bleach. Report. Yes. Don't need that. Trying to get me demonetized, boy? The heck is your problem? Heck is your problem? Seiya versus Eno. Watch it say a lot of Seiya. Look at the Seiyas. Oh, I'm surprised people aren't stupid. Let's go. Majin Buu, DBS. Are you freaking stupid? Gosh. I don't like to call people stupid over fiction. It's just fiction. But I guess the reason why it makes me say these things is I don't know where people's mind is when they make these posts. I don't know where people's minds are when they even make these comments. Like, for example, this person. He's probably still going. Explain how transcending temporal realms that are in blah, blah, blah. Because it doesn't meet up to our standards. That's why I said read our tiering system and page. Okay. So let me see here. All right, before we do any of that, let's type in tiering system. Let's read it, guys, before we go. Let's see. I'm gonna type transcending. Okay, let's see here. Outer versus characters who transcend the rest of the tiering system. They use the word transcend all over the place. Alternatively, this tier can be below. Okay. Explain how transcending temporal realms that are infinite in size or expanding infinity are not considered a tier up in terms of the hierarchy. Because it doesn't meet up to our standards. That's why I said go read our tiering system. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'll put either the paragraphical syntax needs to clarify this in a more easy to understand manner, or you'll have to screenshot highlight that. Otherwise, you'd be contradicting your own criteria. So anyway, because according to your statements here, you just nerfed a plethora of law. If they don't meet the standards, then too bad for those. This includes novels that I like that should be higher, but can't due to lack of proper context. Okay, and then it's like, all right, then we're going to use the same format. Context based upon what? It's very clear. Context based upon what? It's very clear that the tiering system page uses the word transcend all over the place. Yeah, it uses transcend quite frequently. About 13 times. Let's see how many times it uses it. Yeah, about 13 times to be exact. So, when a character transcends an infinity, when a character or realm transcends an infinity below itself. Hold on. I'll meet with you guys in a minute, chat. Hold on, let me itself. Then by proxy. Yeah, then by proxy. Yeah, let's put here by proxy it should obviously be a tier up based on the context especially since we know the afterlife is larger than the lower realm, as heaven itself is the same size as the lower temporal world, yet is still... Heaven itself is the same size as the lower temporal world, yet is still smaller than the afterlife. So unless you mean by context in terms of clarification, then sure. Otherwise, no. The term transcending would most definitely meet the qualifications, unless there has been an update you can cite. So anyway, if they don't meet the standards, then blah blah blah. But since when did I need to make a blah blah blah? Since you joined this wiki, good sir. Okay, hold on. I should just be like, it's ma'am. Since you joined this wiki, good sir. And where is that? Where's that stated in the forum thread? I don't have to make a CRT in order to bring forth a rejoinder, because the same people who said Roshi wasn't moon level and denied it for half a decade should not be creating false dilemmas upon how one interprets a particular series, unless you have that written or cited as well. If he has it written or cited, I'll concede and just say, all right, well, if that's the site rules, then you guys suck. And I'll just criticize the site for being a doofus. But otherwise, if not, then you're just pulling stuff out your booty and just saying, hey, well, you can't, you gotta make a CRT. I don't need to make a CRT. If a character is this strong, I don't care. Unless you have that written site. To me, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. If, let's say, Detective Conan has a supersonic speed feat consistently. Hold on. Let's say 009 Joshimamura has a clear time travel hacks feat. That's canon from the mangaka's son, who continued the series after his death. Yet they rank him as only hypersonic plus. I don't need a CRT for every time. I don't need a CRT to prove a point on a simple thread, on a simple post like this, when there are a myriad of them. So, all right, I'll stop there, guys, because I've been just kind of monologuing. I'm pretty sure I bored you guys. All right, so let me... Oh, man, made-up tiering system. I agree. DBverse has infinite timelines, too, or am I mistaken? Nah, it's considered countless. Moshi Moon level feat was never an outlier. Atari, I would like to discuss scaling and debate with you. People just hate that Roshi destroyed the moon for real. Sure, Sunny D. By the way, don't buy into the planetary black clover. I had a re-debate a guy who made the meta a few days ago and made him concede on planetary. and even multi-con, because the verse is like country level. Nice Snow Forest. That's really good. Yeah, exactly. Kami did create the moon after Roshi destroyed it. Here's my thing. So I'm going to read what I said just once more. If they don't meet the standards, then too bad. And so I'm like, a context based upon what? It's very clear that the tiering system page used the word transcend quite a few times, about 30 times. So when a character or realm transcends and infinitely below itself, then by proxy should obviously be a tier up based on the context, especially since we know the afterlife is larger than the lower realm, as heaven itself is the same size as the temporal world, yet it's still smaller than the afterlife. So unless you mean by context in terms of clarification, then sure. Otherwise, no. In terms... Now, where is that stated in the forum thread? I don't have to make a CRT in order to bring forth a rejoinder. Though, I'll put this. Though, it'd be nice. Though, I can see the benefit of doing so to avoid ad nauseums from those ignorant on where they scale. Because the same people, though, now I'll put though. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah. I mean, because it's just gonna add nauseam pretty much everything. Because then it's just gonna be like, guys, he's this level. Then I put the scan. No, he's this level. Then I put the scan. I have to pretty much put the scan on every post until people start getting the idea. So I can see the benefit of making a CRT. Don't get me wrong. But, so I'll put there. So, that's it. All right. So, though I can see the benefit of doing so to avoid ad nauseum for those ignorant of it, I still disagree that it invalidates someone's argument. It doesn't invalidate my argument. Sure, it's better for me to make that thread, because if I make that thread, then obviously when I make the thread, it'll go into the public forum. It'll probably go through a process and gets approved, and then everyone will see the arguments on the main page. However, when you appeal to the authority of the Versus Battle Wiki, a power scaling system, that creates a flaw in your argument, because your argument just gets debunked by any other outsource that supports itself. If you said Goku's only universal, but I prove that it's multiple space times with sources from the author himself, that just makes you look dumb, because you wanted to agree with what the wiki said, and that just shows that you that you have ignorance and that you didn't research the series for yourself. The point of the Versus Battle Wiki is a small encyclopedia to just go as a quick breeze. They give you the basic understanding of the feats you need. The problem is they're very lackluster on their power scaling ethics, and they have denied these pages multiple times in and times out. They've denied them, and they've closed them over and over and over. And that's why I put though the same. Oh, hold on. And that's why I put though the same people who said Roshi was in Moon Level denied it for half a decade and would create false dilemmas for a particular reason, unless you're written kind of. To me, it doesn't matter. And again, with the DB being in question, there is a stigma against it, where pages with coherent and cohesive points get shut down because they just claim that's been, because they'll just claim this has been denied before and closed. Please close this thread. We won't accept. And it pretty much like, we won't accept 2B DPS. So last point, if I said Joshi Mamura has a clear time travel hacks, that's canon from the manga Sun Tzu's blah blah blah. That's canon. yet they rank him at hyperversal. I don't need a CRD to prove a point on a simple post like this when there are a myriad of them. Okay. I'm saying it's a higher plane of existence by statement alone, not saying it transcends infinite dimensional hierarchies. That's even worse then, in case you may have misunderstood. He said that's even worse. It's even worse. Excuse me? How's it even worse? I don't know if this guy just can't read or if he's just like, if his English is a second language. That's even worse. How so? It claims that it transcends dimensions. It transcends the spatial dimensions. It transcends the dimensions invisible to the human world plus human world itself. This would include the Makai and Room of Spirit and Time, and Room of Spirit and Time, etc. So there may be other dimensions that are unlabeled, but this is just going off the positive information that can be labeled / confirmed. Not sure how that's worse, because that doesn't make sense. How is it worse? So you're basically saying, oh, well, it transcends the dimensions. I didn't say it transcends infinite spatial dimensions. I didn't say infinite. It has to say infinite. The dimension is an interchange. I'm not sure that's worse. We all know dimension. We all know the term dimension has certain contexts, and this one happens to support that idea, especially since the later series claims the afterlife is non-temporal, whereas the lower worlds are, which it transcends. So there's a consistency there. I don't get it. Like, so guys, tell me, is it me or is the guy just kind of stupid? I don't know. But anyway, maybe he's not stupid. Maybe it's not a good term, but you know. Anyway, I said I would go. I kind of got caught up into typing in for a long time. So I'm just going to read through the comments on the last 10, and then we're going to go. So let's go ahead and start with the whole, I'm on with the next stream. Let's see here. Same here. I just want to ask the easier questions. I want to give others a chance to get theirs too. Also, the disassembling of the versus battle league, like the way the channel does, is pure genius. Thank you. All right. Do y'all know what World Trigger is? I do not yet, but I should look into that. I really enjoy watching the first season. Now I'm on the second season. I'll take a look at it. That sounds pretty interesting. Better version of Black Clover. Like, imagine Black Clover now. Take a magic, a futuristic. Instead, add demons. Yep. You don't have an MC with a power that negs. Yeah. I actually see if you put it in that way. Thanks you, Roswell. I agree, Roswell. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Hold on. If you need to transcend infinite dimensional hierarchies to be tier 1, and statement above doesn't qualify as tier 1, it's higher plane than human world cannot see, doesn't mean tier 1. I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, you have to use the profiles here, and I'm issuing a warning to Monagy for going against the rules. This place is directly tied to the site where the profiles are on. The only reason people haven't been punished before is because of stuff on lax rules. That doesn't change the fact that there's no difference between rules on the forum and here. Boo, close this. Maybe this helps you. Temporal dimensions don't have size. They aren't spatial. They aren't spatial dimensions who actually has physical size, also transcending an infinite size realm. Physical realm isn't a higher tier. It's just higher into high 3A and high universal. The Daizenshuu Force statement you send doesn't talk about higher dimensions. It talks about higher. It talks about the higher in respect to its position. No, that's false. See, this is the problem with like these type of guys, because then you have the people who are like being very nitpicky on this information. Temporality is correlated to time in this context, okay? It obviously applies in a sense to the worlds they are tied to. For example, the human world is an infinite realm per Daizenshuu 4, and the room of spirit and time is a time dimension per Elder Kai. Okay? So we established that, so per Elder Kai. When I say temporal, I'm referring to the lower dimensions having temporality tied to it in a fourth dimensional way. Not in correlation to space-time. In correlation to space-time. So if this misnomer was confusing, let me just clarify. Next, transcending an infinite size physical realm isn't a higher tier. It's just a higher... Okay, transcending a infinite three-dimensional size realm would put you on a higher infinity. Like, think about it. If there's an infinite ball and you transcend that infinite ball into a bigger infinity, then you have an infinity that transcends the infinity. Normally, this doesn't work. We'll put you on a higher infinity. Otherwise, how do you transcend infinity beyond an infinity? Okay. Also, transcending an emphasized physical realm isn't the same as a higher realm. It's just higher into 3A. No, that doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. The term transcend itself implies it goes beyond that infinite limit. Hence why when you transcend a spatial dimension or limit, you either go beyond it or break past it onto another level. The Daizenshuu for you statement doesn't talk about higher dimensions. Oh my gosh. Okay. So he said the statement you said doesn't talk about higher dimensions. It talks about the higher. It's higher in its respect to its position. No. It transcends. All right. Let's take his comment. Man, it's like the statement goes. It's easier to talk with a wise individual than to talk with uneducated individuals. The denial is clear as day. To refuse to accept the facts. This logic and downplay after characters. Oh yeah. Can Grand Priest make infinite worlds of voids? If so, where does that place? I don't know actually if he can make an infinite array of world of voids. He's but it depends. But let me just this is the last thing I'm gonna say. The Daizenshuu 4 statement you sent doesn't talk about higher dimensions. It talks about the high. It talks about the higher in its respect to its position. No, it transcends the dimensions below it. It's very clear on what the context is speaking of. Yeah, it's very clear in the context. It stands as, this is why it stands as a higher dimension. Because not only is it claimed to transcend it, but can contain infinities, can contain infinite size worlds like the universe, like the living world within itself, while still holding a greater size and comparison. The map, of course, is just an artist's representation, but the statement clarifies the context. So you're going to take the turn, oh, they have infinite worlds. Okay, infinite worlds versus the guide that says, oh, well, it transcends the dimensions that are below it and invisible to the human world. When it says it transcends the dimensions below the human world, it's very clear on what it's trying to say. It's saying that it pretty much it transcends pretty much the lower realms. It transcends all dimensions that are pretty much invisible to the human world or the living world. So the room of spirit and time is invisible. It's a dimension, but it's invisible. The demon world is stated by Toriyama in the interview to be invisible, yet it transcends that. When you use the word transcend, let's even type in the definition transcend. Before I go to bed, let's put this. To be or go beyond the range of limits of something abstract, typically a concept or a field of the vision. Is it me, guys? Chat, please let me know. Am I stupid, or is it just that these guys are in denial? Look up the definition of transcend. Or do I need to break down the etymology? Yo, guys, I might get banned. I think I might get banned. Snow Forest, didn't you get banned on the Versus Wiki one time? Thanks, Sunny D. I am trying to go in. Because I remember Snow Forest, I heard a long time ago, you got banned off the Wiki. There's a couple people got banned off the Wiki because it was telling people, like, straight up. All right, my last thing is this, because I'm gonna probably conclude here, because this is gonna just turn into a whole thing. They're never gonna stop. But I'm live stream, so you guys know I didn't necessarily concede. Being higher doesn't mean higher dimension in terms of transcend vary. In the term transcend varies. Oh, this person. So they're saying the term transcend varies. Okay. Okay, show me that it varies. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see, what's their name? Stell. Show me how the word transcend varies. Oh, stupid cap lock. Show me how the word, yeah, just show me how this word transcend varies. Do you guys see this, chat? Wow, banned for showing facts. This is Dragon Ball. Of course they're in denial. They're denying that. Alright, so this is my last time I'm going to ask my wife real quick. Sweetie, I'm sorry to bother you, but even though you don't power scale, let me ask you this. If I had a ball, now let's say this ball is infinite in size. you know what transcend means, right? To go beyond.
Okay.
If I transcend this ball that's infinite in size, doesn't that mean I transcended infinity?
Yes.
So what's going on?
I don't know.
If I transcend infinity, how is that? This is why you guys gotta be careful, because the thing is, you can fight against a crowd. This is literally dealing with a crowd of people, and this is like, it's like, show me how the word transcends varies. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm gonna pull up Jisho. I'm gonna pull up jisho.org, and actually let's go to my amino so I can get the scan, because I'm glad I made this amino. It's good for quick access. I'm gonna screenshot this too, so I can show my boy SSJ Rio. He's gonna love this, because he's gonna be like, bro, I told you, these guys are stupid. So let's go to Jisho. Let's type in the term, and let's look at here. So, yep, gods. Let's type here, where this is the word Sekai. So let's go here. This is the human world, and I believe transcend should be, that's Jigen. This is dimension right here. So yeah. Yep. There we go. Occult, transcend, supernaturalist, supernaturalism. Okay. Yeah. I like that term. Transcend the sky. Yeah, there we go. Yep, everything, the whole world, to look, etc. Yep, be able to from position. And they say, no, they look at the world. The world itself transcends, because they say the heaven transcends. So let's grab this word. Show me how the word transcends varies. Oh, hold on. Also, it clearly says, which, let's look at this one more time, guys. Who's higher than the heaven, the skies, transcends the dimensions that cannot be seen from the world. Also, it clearly says that cannot be seen from the human world. It clearly says transcend dimensions. I'll be looking at the whole world from here. I mean, the term "and" is not, the term "and" is acting. So you guys know what the term "and" is, right? I'm not stupid, am I? Let me just read the chat before I lose it. Collab with SG. I should. Even my wife, she doesn't power scale. She doesn't power scale. You know, the term "and" is acting at, is acting as a conjunction. The term "and" is acting as a conjunction, first of all. I mean, the term "and" is acting as a conjunction where it says they look down from there. The second iteration where, all right, so the second, where the comma splice comes is where it speaks on the position of the afterlife being higher. Otherwise, the other sentence gives full context of it transcending. Like, does he... guys, tell me. This is why I don't do this. Because I end up losing... You end up going stupid. I'm not trying to bring scripture onto the stream because I don't want to get into all the talk. But I'm just going to bring up one Bible verse. The Bible, when it says, "Speak not with a fool, lest thou become like him." This is what it's talking about. When you talk to stupid people, you feel stupid. Yo, imagine Christ came to Earth, was like, yo, Goku's planet level. It's like just imagine Dragon Ball was like back in days, like, yo, Goku's planet level. Crucify him, man. It's like, come on, bro. I'm just speaking facts. It's like, nah, not around here, brother. We can't handle that. Bruh, get a Snickers. Look at this. This chat is crazy. I'm soloing pretty much all these freaking imbeciles. And all they're doing... Dimension. Maybe this will help you. Dimension. Okay. I don't see the word transcend, so transcend doesn't exist. Okay, let's read a little bit more. Important. The official definition of dimension is an axis of movement, such as height and weight. Okay. Time is generally considered the fourth dimension. Okay. What does this tell me? This doesn't tell me anything. Because we know the room of spirit and time is in a different axis. That's why when Goku enters into it and closes the door, nobody can sense the power or the ki that's coming out of it. Because he's in a different spatial realm. But of course, unless you have extra dimensional spatial sensory insight, you could feel it. That's why Piccolo could use telepathy to speak through the mental realm. We know the mental realm transcends the macroverse because Piccolo was speaking to Gotenks when he was in the Room of Spirit and Time. Because Piccolo was using telepathy to speak with Gotenks when he was in the Room of Spirit and Time. And we know that... Hold on. Kitella and Sidra. Right here. Kitella and Sidra were speaking in the mental plane as well. They're literally in completely separate macroverses, and yet they're talking to each other mentally about making a plan. So it's very clear the mental realm transcends the macroverse itself and is on a higher, different plane. That's why Piccolo was able to talk through the mental realm to talk to the people in the other realms, like the hyperbolic time chamber. And Elder Kaioshin, he can obviously sense energy from other universes and other dimensions. That's why for him, in his higher position in the Kaioshin realm, he was able to say, oh, they're in the Room of Spirit and Time. He was like, they're in the time dimension. And Goku's like, how do you know that? Like, Goku was shocked. Like, dang, you could sense them in another dimension? Even I couldn't sense them. Because it shows that Elder Kai could sense beyond the general scope. That's why when Elder Kai was like, oh, this infinite world of void is shaking. He could feel how far infinityism is, because that's how his senses work. That's how a Kai is. That's why the Kais absorb the entire macroverse. They can feel throughout levels of infinity and feel different levels. It's all consistent. So it's like these guys don't know what they're talking about. They're completely ignorant. Okay. I know, yo, Roswell, I got so triggered I had to pull out scripture just to keep my sanity. It's like, bruh. He brought my boy Jesus in. That's what I'm saying, bro. For real. You know it's bad. If I'm bringing up scripture just to keep my sanity because of how stupidly unintelligent the entire arguments have been, then I'm sorry, bro. It's like when... I get why when Seth did his video and review, I get why he was screaming. Because it's so asinine. Look at these guys. I'm gonna get crazy reading this. Well, I know what temporality is. What do you mean? It obviously applies. No, living universes is not infinite size. Elder Kai never said the hyperbolic time chamber is a time dimension. What? 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 Oh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh. This is live stream. You guys see it. Hold on. I got it right here. I got it right here, brothers. My brothers, I got it right here. I gotta go to bed. All right, guys, so we're gonna end the stream after this because I said that like 50 times already. Look at here. Bro, we have the scan right here. You see this? This is the scan. I've highlighted it. It's clear as day. Toki, okay? Toki, wait, let me scroll up. This is to, and that's ki. That's the hiragana for to, and that's the hiragana for ki. That's no. That's the hiragana for no. Toki no, then here it's ji. Okay? Toki no, no, that's i. That's i. Toki no ijigen. I know that definitely says jigen. Toki no jigen. Okay? And then this is just the term sekai. Okay? I'm just trying to read this off. Toki no iji gen sekaiji ya, which just means another dimensional world of time. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? It's better to ask for a source than to make an assertion off of something you may not expertise in. Elder Kai's statement here. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm just going to put a couple more statements of the Kai statement here. Here we go. We got to finish this up, guys, because, yeah, it's getting late, and I got work tomorrow. I'm going to be at work like, hey, what's going on? Why you look bummed out? Versus Battle Wiki is so bad. Yo. That's why I was saying, wait till Atari says this. Mundus was implied to have created. He did. The author himself on Twitter said he did. I was actually arguing with that. Me and Roswell were talking about that. You see why I avoid this wiki like the plague? You know what I cover? Imagine my sanity if I dealt with this. And pause. Did he really just say that? Did this man blatantly ignore the blatant scan? Vegito should be at least multiversal plus via Buhan. Oh yeah, Bolanevo, Bolanevlov. Thank you again for the scan earlier about the space-time. You are a G for that. I appreciate it greatly. Shout-outs to you, man. Agrees. Heck, we could probably find a quote in DBS saying the universe is boundless. I mean, here's the thing. He says it himself. And you don't need to. I got a scan right here. An infinite space of light and darkness where the unknown lives. Hold on. Let me just... transcending... Hold on. Alright. Elder Kai. Never said it was. He calls it the hyperbolic time chamber. Man, look at this. This is a freaking mess. Alright, so let's finish it. This is my last comment, guys. And then I'm gonna go. So enjoy this while you can, because I know you guys are all laughing right now. Not only the living world, but the entire Universe 7 is separate space-time continuous, so it, by extension, is linked to a timeline. No! That's called the Minkowski space. No. That's called a Minkowski space. They can change in size depending on the verse, i.e. Mortal Kombat, for an example, has multiple infinite realms, Ed Boon, per Ed Boon, confirming Earth realm has no physical limit. Yet they follow different histories under subsets and also follow a major, larger timeline. This may sound like, yeah, and that may be something unheard in the versus battle. Okay, let's see here. Let's just answer his other question. I know what temporality. What do you mean? Obviously, no. Living universe is not infinite sized. I love it. I love when people do this. Scan here. Like this guy doesn't know anything about Dragon Ball. Yep, and then he goes on to, it transcends dimensions below by virtue of the position making the afterlife cover up the upper portion of Universe 7. The context isn't pointing out a higher dimension at all. Nowhere does it say that. It transcends it by virtue of being above it. It doesn't transcend living world. No. No. They just claim it's in a higher position. They use the term, which we see right here. I don't get it. Am I stupid or am I just stupid? Oh boy. I don't even think that's the right term. I'm tripping. Like I'm tripping. That's not even the right term of transcending. Because that's supernaturalness. Let's see here. I believe it is here. Level, because I remember I was speaking with YuYu Hakusho forever, and she helped me understand that. Yeah, it's definitely using the term transcend. It's higher than heaven. Yep. And then it let's see here, which one was it again? Because I remember the term we were using. There we go. That's the term. There we go. Because this term is literally transcendence, and this term is called chotsu. Chuitsu. They use the term chuitsu. Clearly, the term for a higher position is, which we just had, this is the term for higher position. No, that's supernaturalness. Where's the term for high position? No, that's peak. That's from, let's see here. Dimension. Yep, so that's the perspective. That's transcendency. And let's see here. Let's see. I believe it was cult to transcend the world society, and this is the sky, and then the two, which this is tall and high. Yeah, this is it right here. This is the term which is called takai. Takai means to be high. The term for high position is takai. So the context is very clear. Otherwise, the context is very clear. It transcends, aka surpasses, the limits of the infinite living world and other invisible dimensions. How hard is that to get? People think I just came up with this argument for no reason. Man. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it. Oh, yeah, I agree. I just wasn't sure there was some dimensional tiering in the verse anyway. I'm going to stop it here because it seems this mere premise will have to wait. Because I'll tell them this. I'm going to stop it here. Absorbed or analyze, and we'll see about compiling a, what was that thing called? What was that term? CRT or something stupid like that? Anyway, we'll see about compiling a CRT. A CRT to avoid breaking rules or whatever. Yeah, to avoid breaking rules or, well, we'll see about compiling a CRT to, you know, avoid these ad nauseums. To avoid these ad nauseums or individual debates in the threads. I'll just stop there. So there we go, guys. We kind of just clapped him with a bunch of facts and information. We pointed out the flaws of some other people's statements and characters. We're going to mark all these as red. I'm not going not gonna waste my time reading into more, because the more I read into it, the stupider they get. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave that at that. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think we should revisit the Versus Battle Wiki next week or another time and see if this is fun again? Or do you think we should just literally delete the account and let them bathe in their own stupidity? And I don't mean to call people stupid for disagreeing about fictional characters. I don't mean that at all. But when you act this ignorant because you're on a high horse of saying, well, we made the Versus Battle Wiki pages, so unless you use them as the primary source, your argument is wrong, then I don't know what to say to you. Thank you, Wing Dragon of Raw. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone for coming through. We reached 18 concurrent views. That's really good. I don't know what our peak viewing was. Forgot what that was. I think it was 20. I think we had 22 views today. So it's pretty good. I'm glad everyone's coming back. You guys are awesome. Thank you everyone who stuck through and kept continuing showing their support. I think it was 19 actually. Yeah, Android 19. We didn't get to Android 21 yet. But everyone, thank you again. I'm very grateful, and I want to show you the utmost gratitude. And we're going to just be ending this. Troll them might be pointless. Yeah, trolling them might be pointless. I mean, a lot of them talk like they're smart, but they really aren't as much. It encourages people to stand up against false arguments. Let's see. Revisit next week. You think I should? All right, that's one saying revisit next week, because the Versus Battle denial is real. They are. I'm only approaching topics I know about. I don't approach topics I don't know about. And yeah, it's nice to use the wiki page to like understand how strong someone can be once in a while, but sometimes they overdo it. Look at Featherin. They said she's greater than guys, they said she's greater. They said she's greater than Marvel's writer. How do you say you're greater than the writer? I don't understand it. I don't. But all right, thanks guys. Everyone, have yourself a good night. Yeah, we'll revisit then. We'll revisit next week or so, and that should be that. Thank you guys, everyone, for watching, and this has been Atari H&B, and we're signing off. And also, guys, make sure, you say a prayer afterwards, because, you got to show gratitude, but you also want to cleanse yourself of this, like, abomination you had just seen today. Because, oh, man. Like, bro, I gotta drink holy water afterward. I gotta use holy water eye drops after this crap I've read today. Holy moly, that was terrible. But okie doke. Alright, guys. Have yourself a good night, and this is Atari H&B signing off. Peace.